In the fall of 2011, 26-year-old Emma Phillipoff moved to Victoria, BC from Perth, Ontario. By November 2012, she went missing, never to be seen again. During the latter part of this period, she began sleeping at Sandy Merriman House, a shelter for vulnerable and impoverished women. She had also purchased a van, which she used for both transport and as accommodation. On November 23rd, Emma called her mother to announce that she wanted to return home. Teary and upset, she continued to call her mother in the period leading up to November 28th. During their final call at 4:30 a.m., she told her mother, quote, "I don't know how I can face you," and "Don't come, Mom, not today." When her mother decided to do just that, arriving at 11 p.m., she found her daughter wasn't in the shelter. No one has heard from her since. Friends reported that she had been feeling stressed and upset, claiming that, according to Emma, an unknown figure had been harassing and worrying her. Journal entries written by Emma referenced that she may have had a stalker. She had reportedly become distant and frightened, with an apparent aversion to non-female company. According to her own writing and shelter staff, she was isolated, paranoid, depressed, and felt a compulsion to escape. On the day of her disappearance, Emma visited the same 7-Eleven store on 2 separate occasions. The first time she purchased a $200 prepaid credit card. The second time she purchased a prepaid cell phone. CCTV images show her peering out of the store windows into the parking lot. She appears to be looking for someone or something. CCTV from a YMCA in Victoria, shot 5 days before her disappearance, shows Emma entering and leaving the building multiple times within a 14-minute period. She looks as if she may be avoiding someone. After calling a cab to pick her up from near the shelter, Emma asked to be driven to the airport. She then changed her mind, claiming to have insufficient money, asking instead to be dropped off in the exact same spot she was picked up. Becoming paranoid after hearing the cab dispatch radio, she allegedly asked the driver, quote, "Why is there noise coming out of that?" Minutes later, she was seen standing barefoot on a street corner. The acquaintance who spotted her, Dennis Quay, claimed that she was looking shifty and paranoid, and that she was constantly looking around her. He then called the police, who spoke with her in person outside of the Empress Hotel, but decided that she was not a threat to herself or anyone else. She told officers that she was not suicidal. They released her. This was her last known sighting. Her van was found in the parking lot of the Chateau Victoria Hotel and included many of her essential belongings, including her passport and laptop. 2 potential suspects are linked to the case. One man, a driver of a white van, attempted to use Emma's prepaid credit card at a gas station. He claimed to have found it by the side of the road. Another man, named Julian Huard, was a former friend of Emma. Julian had previously, via his own admission, been stalking Emma in her original hometown of Perth. After she moved from Perth to Victoria, he did so too, a few months later. He was allegedly infatuated with Emma. Both of these suspects were questioned, polygraphed, and released. In May 2014, a man entered a clothes store in British Columbia holding one of Emma's missing person posters. He told an employee that Emma was his girlfriend, claiming that rather than being missing, she simply wanted to be left alone. CCTV footage of this encounter was released to the public to no avail. In 2016, Emma's brother and mother were found guilty of money laundering in addition to drug and weapons offenses. This case is thought to be completely separate from Emma's disappearance. Speculation around what happened to Emma include theories related to suicide, homicide, kidnapping, and a planned escape. However, no one can be sure of the truth.